ourselves do what we know is good for us is sometimes tough. So today we're going to look at rewriting your relationship with food. We're going to look at the tug of war that happens between what you think you should be doing and what you actually are doing. And these relationships with food, they're not always going to shift overnight because we don't get to use magic. But when you partner a mindset shift with the right strategies, with a sprinkle of accountability, you get to start using the things that in the past felt like a setback, felt like a failure. You use those things as fuel, the knowledge that you need to start making these rewrites with your food relationships, and that just might feel like a bit of magic. I'm Kristin Wood, your go-to balanced body guide, and stick with me as we dive into this profound relationship between mindset and food choices. So if you're anything like me, you're looking for food choices that are all about freedom. You know, you're tired of the restrictions that have came with all the diets you've tried in the past. You need to know, I'm telling you right now, that your body has this built-in innate wisdom of what it needs and what's right for it. And it's time that you allow that wisdom to have a voice. So let me kind of give you an example of this wisdom. So have you ever told a 5-year-old that they need to go clean their room, only to go check on them and find that they're playing and the room is still a disaster? It's because it's overwhelming. They look at it and they don't know what is the first step to take. This doesn't even feel like a doable task. But if you take the time and you sit down with them and you go through it and you say, pick up the books and put them on the shelf. Pick up the Legos and put them in the bin. Pick up the stuffed animals and put them in a tub. And pick up the pajamas and put them in a hamper. Step by step, they start to make progress. And over time, they're gaining the skills that they need to know the steps to take to turn this big job into multiple little doable jobs. And my Body Bliss Blueprint Guide is me giving you the step-by-step actions for changing your relationship with food. I offer you the guide because what happens with that 5-year-old looking at the messy room is what happens. It's very similar to what happens to you when you're looking at that new diet. It's overwhelming when you see this list of restrictions and your mind is scanning the list and it's not seeing that go-to food that you're going to need when you have certain situations in life. And your mind's just like, no. You look at this list of restrictions and it's like, well, if I can't eat any of that, what will I eat? And your mind is just going all over the place. It's tough. It's when you're in those situations that are stressful, maybe you're pulling up your big girl panties and you're saying, okay, I have to make a change. I can do this. And maybe you do gut it out, whether it's for a couple days or a couple weeks or even a couple months. And you possibly are making some progress. But then life happens. Something comes up. And all of a sudden you fall back into an old habit. You're off the balanced living path. And your mind is telling you, you couldn't do it. You failed. You're done. Those things, those that you're looking at as a slip up, when your mind is telling you you're done, when you're working with me, when I'm working with a client, those are the slip-ups that we want to look at. I'm not starting out with a list of food restrictions, because what your body and what your mind has seen as past failures, those are what I see as stepping stones, opportunities for realignment, for you to grow. And magic gets to happen when we are able to shift our perspective, and instead of dwelling on what has been in the past, something wrong, we actually are learning from that. We are learning about the relationship that your mind had with those foods. Determining, is that a relationship that you want to keep? Or is there a better relationship that could actually be serving you better? The mind is a meaning-making machine, and it starts making meaning when we are a toddler. And if you are tired of letting a toddler version of you determine your food choices and the relationships that you have with your foods, you're in the right place. I've personally experienced food habits, food relationships that drop away overnight, and some I have had to fight that battle more than once, even several times. And I don't look at that as a failure. I look at that as a victory, because I am simply learning more about me and what mindset, what stories my mind has made over time. I've had a lot of time to make stories. So I want to help you do that. And I find in times that I'm going through emotional or physical pain, or I'm not feeling well, those are the times that I find myself wanting to easily slip back into an old habit. But what I've had to learn, and what I want you to take away from this, is that those are the exact times that you need to make the better choice, that you need to be working from a script from your adult self versus your toddler self. You know, when you're not feeling well, when your body needs the proper fuel to help itself recover, those are the times that fast food is not going to help you. Those are the times that a processed meal that you just pop in the microwave, that's not going to help you. What's going to help you is making better choices, making whole food choices. That's what's going to help you heal yourself. And changing those stories, that's where you get to make those choices easier. They don't have to feel like a struggle, like you're forcing yourself, like it's a restriction to eat whole foods. So my Body Bliss Blueprint, it is the steps on how to have this mindset shift. It's the easiest way that I know to walk you through this process. And I'm going to leave a comment so you can go download it in the description below. Or I'm going to leave a link, in the description below, so that you can go download this. And if you're ready to change from a toddler version of you that's determining your foods to the adult version, this guide is going to give you the step-by-step way to get that started. And download it. You got to read it, and you got to put action behind it. So set yourself a time that you're going to read through it. Set yourself a time that you're going to apply the steps. And also, if you've got questions, you can reach out to me. Let me know what's resonating, not resonating, what's confusing, what you need a little more work with. I'm here to help. So until next week's Kiss from Kristin, keep embracing the setbacks. Keep nourishing your soul. And stay on the path of rewriting your food stories. If this video resonates with you, give me a thumbs up, or even share it with someone else that you know that needs it. And thanks for watching. I will be back next week with another Kiss from Kristin. Bye-bye.